All right, hey everyone, welcome back. You know, we love to geek out over here. And today we're diving deep into Samsung's latest Galaxy Unpacked event. We're talking foldable phones, wearables, even earbuds. So strap in because we're going to unpack all the highlights and try to figure out what Samsung is hinting at for the future.
Yeah, it's always exciting to see what they've been cooking up over there. It's like getting a glimpse into, I guess, how they see technology shaping our lives. And this time, I think the big story is how they're connecting all these different devices. Foldable phones, smart rings, everything, and they're all powered by AI in some way.
Okay, so let's start with the stars of the show, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the Z Flip 6. Samsung is definitely all in on foldables, but that larger main display on the Z Fold 6 is something else. It's almost like a tablet and a phone had a baby. Can you imagine the multitasking?
It's seriously impressive from an engineering standpoint. I mean, to make that larger display work, they had to come up with new materials, redesign the hinge, all sorts of stuff. It shows that they're really committed to foldables, not just as a gimmick, but as a real game changer in how we use our devices.
You know what I'm really digging? That larger cover screen on the Z Flip 6, it's like, why can't my phone do that? I want to check notifications without unfolding the whole thing.
Right. It's such a smart design choice, and it shows they're listening to what users actually want, convenience and portability. But I think it also hints at something bigger. Like maybe we're moving away from that single screen idea that's been around forever.
Hmm, interesting. Okay, so it's not just phones getting the foldable treatment this time around. The Galaxy Watch 7 is packing some serious health tracking tech with that new bioactive sensor. I mean, it tracks everything. Heart rate, blood oxygen levels, you name it. It's like having a tiny doctor right on your wrist.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, it's not just about monitoring your health, it's about understanding it.
Hmm.
With all that data, imagine getting personalized recommendations for sleep, stress management, workouts, all based on what your body is actually doing.
Well, hold on. There's more. Samsung just casually drops a brand new product category, the Galaxy Ring. Continuous health monitoring, but in a ring. Talk about futuristic.
I know, right? It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. But what's really fascinating to me is this shift towards constant data collection. It's not just about checking in on your health every now and then. It's about getting a complete picture over time. And by putting it in a ring, they've made it discreet and stylish.
Stylish tech. Now that's something I can get behind. Oh, and speaking of style, we can't forget about the Galaxy Buds 3. They've got a new design, noise cancellation, spatial audio, the works. They're going all out for that premium audio experience.
Yeah, they definitely stepped up their game. But beyond all the bells and whistles, there's something else going on here that I think is really interesting. Those earbuds are packed with AI, especially in the voice recognition. And that's not just about clearer calls, it's a sign of how Samsung is weaving AI into every single product they make.
So it's not just about having a fancy new pair of earbuds. It's about them becoming like a smarter part of our connected lives.
Exactly. And when you think about how AI is showing up everywhere, from the Buds voice recognition to camera optimization in the phones, and even AI-powered battery management, it really starts to paint a picture of where Samsung is headed.
That's fascinating. It's like Samsung is saying, hey, the future is AI powered and we're going to make it look and sound amazing. But, this level of AI integration does make you wonder about the potential downsides, especially when we're talking about something as personal as health data.
That's the big question, isn't it? Like, yeah, AI can make things super convenient and personalized, but what about our privacy and security? Think about that Galaxy Ring, for example. It could give you amazing insights into your health, but who has access to that data? How are they using it?
Right, right. It's cool that my smartwatch can tell me how well I slept last night, but do I want that information being analyzed and maybe even shared without me knowing? It's a tough trade-off.
Absolutely. As these devices become more and more integrated into our lives and collect more and more data, transparency and user control becomes so important. We need to start talking about where the lines are, how do we make sure these powerful technologies are used ethically and responsibly.
It feels like we're right on the edge of a whole new world of personal tech, where our devices aren't just tools anymore. They're like active participants in our lives. It's exciting, but also kind of scary.
Yeah, it's a strange mix of feelings for sure. We want things to be personalized and convenient, but we also want our privacy and our freedom. Finding that balance, that's going to be the key as technology keeps evolving.
Okay, speaking of evolving, let's talk about the brains behind all this.
Yeah.
The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. For our techie listeners out there, what's the big deal with this new chip?
Well, it's not just a small upgrade. It's a huge leap forward in processing power and efficiency. That means everything runs faster, multitasking is smoother, even things like AI processing and battery life get a boost.
So all those cool AI features we were just talking about, they're not just software tricks, they're powered by this new hardware too, right?
Exactly. It's the combination of hardware and software that makes all this possible.
Yeah.
The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 gives the AI algorithms the muscle they need to work their magic and create those personalized experiences.
It's amazing how far technology has come. I mean, a few years ago, who would have thought we'd be folding our phones in half or wearing rings that track our heartbeats?
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. But the thing is, what seems cutting edge today will be normal tomorrow. And that just opens up even more possibilities for the future.
So what do you think the future holds for all these trends? Will we all be walking around with foldable phones, smart rings, and AI assistants whispering in our ears?
Well, I can't predict the future exactly, but I do think personalization is going to keep driving innovation. Imagine devices that learn your preferences, anticipate your needs, and adapt to your life seamlessly.
That sounds amazing,
Ah,
but also a little creepy. What if our devices start to know us better than we know ourselves?
that's a really important point. As much as we enjoy the convenience and personalization, we can't forget about staying in control of our data and our privacy. It's about finding that sweet spot where technology empowers us without taking away our autonomy.
Yeah, that's a tough balance to strike for sure, but hey, at least Samsung's Unpacked event gave us a glimpse of what that future might look like.
It's more than just a glimpse, I think. It's a clear sign of where technology is headed. And as we enter this new and uncharted territory, it's crucial to keep having these conversations about the potential benefits and challenges.
You're absolutely right. And speaking of challenges, I can't help but wonder about the environmental impact of all this innovation. New phones, new watches, new earbuds, it all adds up.
Yeah, that's a valid concern. But the good news is Samsung has been making an effort to use eco-friendly materials and sustainable packaging. They've even talked about reducing waste and promoting responsible recycling.
It's good to hear they're thinking about their environmental footprint. Hopefully this focus on sustainability will become the norm for the whole tech industry.
I agree. It's not just about creating cool new gadgets. It's about making sure those gadgets are good for the planet, too.
Okay, so we've covered foldable phones, smart rings, AI, even sustainability.
Mm.
Is there anything else from Samsung's Unpacked event that stood out to you?
You know what? There is one thing that connects all these innovations, something that often gets lost in the hype.
Ooh, I love a good mystery. Tell me more. What's this hidden connection you found?
It's accessibility. Yeah, think about it for a second. Foldable phones kind of blur the line between phones and tablets. Smart rings, they give you a way to track your health without being super obvious about it. And AI, well, AI just makes everything easier to use, even if you're not a tech expert.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's like Samsung is making all this cutting-edge tech more inclusive, more user-friendly.
Exactly. And I think that's something we should be really excited about. Technology should be for everyone, right? Not just the people who are already super techy. By focusing on accessibility, Samsung is showing us that these aren't just niche products for early adopters, they're for everyone.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not just about having the coolest, most advanced features. It's about making sure those features actually benefit as many people as possible.
Exactly. And that's a really important message, especially now when technology is changing so fast. It's a reminder that innovation should be about serving people, not the other way around.
Well said. After this deep dive, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about the future of tech. It's not just about having shiny new gadgets. It's about how those gadgets can actually make our lives better.
Couldn't agree more. Stay curious, keep exploring, and always remember the future of tech is in our hands. It's up to us to use it wisely.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into Samsung's Unpacked event. We hope you enjoyed unpacking all the latest innovations with us and exploring what they might mean for the future of technology. Until next time, stay curious and keep those tech dreams alive.
Yeah, think about it for a second. Foldable phones kind of blur the line between phones and tablets. Smart rings, they give you a way to track your health without being super obvious about it. And AI, well, AI just makes everything easier to use, even if you're not a tech expert.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's like Samsung is making all this cutting-edge tech more inclusive, more user-friendly.
Exactly. And I think that's something we should be really excited about. Technology should be for everyone, right? Not just the people who are already super techy. By focusing on accessibility, Samsung is showing us that these aren't just niche products for early adopters, they're for everyone.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not just about having the coolest, most advanced features. It's about making sure those features actually benefit as many people as possible.
Exactly. And that's a really important message, especially now when technology is changing so fast. It's a reminder that innovation should be about serving people, not the other way around.
Well said. After this deep dive, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about the future of tech. It's not just about having shiny new gadgets, it's about how those gadgets can actually make our lives better.
Couldn't agree more. Stay curious, keep exploring, and always remember the future of tech is in our hands. It's up to us to use it wisely.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into Samsung's Unpacked event. We hope you enjoyed unpacking all the latest innovations with us and exploring what they might mean for the future of technology. Until next time, stay curious and keep those tech dreams alive.